Back now at 8:10 with Kim Kardashian. Her family's reality show is, of course, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But it's Kim that many people are now trying to keep up with. From her business ventures to her personal life, the last few months have been especially busy. And we're really happy that she's agreed to join us this morning. Kim, good morning and welcome.
Thank
well,
you.
You look like you got up on the right side of bed. You could not look more beautiful.
It's spring, right? We're wearing the bright colors.
I know, but looking at you, no one would guess that it's not been an easy bundle of months for you.
It hasn't. You know, it really hasn't, but I feel really in a positive place. I kind of take whatever happens in life. I always just try and be positive and learn a lesson from it. And I'm so ready just for this chapter to be over and to move on. You know, it's spring, new beginnings.
Mm-hmm. I think you said something to Matt earlier about how you know after all of the things that can go wrong at one time, you know how Britney Spears might have felt?
I just, you know how other people that have gone through hard times, you look at them, and now after going something through, you know, myself, I can really feel like I can relate and understand other people that have gone through things that have been tough.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank God for my family for getting me through it, and just you really don't have a choice but to hold your head up and be positive and move on.
All right, well, let's talk about something fun, because there's been a lot of buzz about you overnight. The Twitterverse exploded. That you were 3 trending topics on Twitter last night. So did you?
I haven't looked on the internet in a while. So
well, let me ask you this
then.
It's
a new rule of mine.
Did you? Oh, really?
I tweet and I Instagram, but I don't really look online anymore. I don't read the magazines.
Well, let me put the question this way. Did you enjoy going to the Hunger Games with Kanye West recently?
The movie was really interesting. Yeah. I was also telling Matt, I am glad Matt's not doing the interview on this part. You know, with the Kanye questions.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sure
well, let me ask you one more Kanye question, because, you know, the lyrics of his new song, Flu, says, I admit I fell in love with Kim around the same time she fell in love with him. Well, that's cool, baby girl. Do your thing. I mean, on Twitter, they're even calling you Kimye. I mean, do you want to clarify this in any way?
I completely respect and understand that you have to ask these questions. But I've said before, I mean, Kanye and I have been friends for years, and you know, you never know what the future holds or where my life will take me. So I like the song.
And it's probably fun to be the subject of a song as well. So, but I know a lot of what's been tough for you is this divorce that you're going through. Your husband has asked for an annulment. Why not just give it to him? Let it be over.
I'm sure I would love one myself, but you know, there's certain guidelines on how you can get one, and I'm not sure that we fall under that. So, you know, also regarding the whole divorce thing, we are still going through a divorce. So there's not really much that I'm allowed to talk about. But I just, you know, out of respect for him, I try not to really talk about stuff, you know, involving him and regarding that situation. But, you know, it's all just about, I'm just really ready to close that. I have closed that chapter. So I'm just really ready to move on.
And I can tell just sitting with you that this is a subject of a lot of pain for you, so I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about it. But I do want to give you a chance to respond to those who still think that your marriage was a sham. Still think that. What do you want to say to them?
That's something that's really ridiculous to me, because why would I marry someone, for ratings? I didn't need that. Our show, you know, does amazing with or without the wedding. Why, you know, to me, it's just hurtful when people say that, because anyone that knows me knows that I love really hard. I fall hard, and I followed my heart.
You walked down the aisle expecting to spend the rest of your life with him.
Absolutely. And so when things don't work out, that's sometimes just how life is. You don't go into it expecting that. But when you realize it, for me, when I realize it fast, what's the point in dragging something out or waiting when you know that it's just not it for you? So, but to me, I learn a lesson from everything that I go through, and I really believe this whole experience has changed me for the better. And I have no regrets.
All right. Okay, let's move on and talk about this woman from PETA who threw this flower at you.
Yeah.
It was called, people started dubbing it a flower bomb. I mean,
Yeah.
What do you think her punishment should be?
You know what? I don't think it's just a little odd to me that their whole message is nonviolence towards animals, yet they are being violent towards humans. I don't think that assaulting someone is appropriate at all.
Has it changed your mind about whether you want to wear fur?
We cautiously do not carry fur in our Dash stores anymore. I don't carry real fur in our clothing lines for my QVC line and my Sears line. My personal opinion and my personal choice, I believe everyone has the choice of what they want. And that's my personal opinion. It's not illegal to buy fur. I have vintage furs that were my great-grandmother's that mean the world to me with their initials inscribed in them. And I won't get rid of that memory of my great-grandparents. So I think it's a personal choice, but I don't think that it's okay to assault anybody.
With all this drama, and I know that you've got, you're keeping up with the Kardashians is coming back for a new season coming up. But with all this drama and all this intensity, do you ever wish that you were not so famous?
You know what? I think it's like selfish to say or act like, life is so tough. I mean, we have a really good time filming and being a part of this TV show, and it's brought my family so much closer.
But do you wish you were not so famous ever?
There definitely are times when you just wish you can, chill out a little bit and not be... when you just don't really get what's going on. But we made this decision as a family that we're going to be an open book. And for me to try and change my life, I mean, people get married, they get divorced, they, go through arguments with their families, they make up. This is what happens in other people's lives as well. So the fact that we show it and we're so open, I'm proud of my family for that. So there are times, but also I think that the good outweighs the bad, and I feel blessed to have my show and the family that I have.
That's a good thing always to come back to your family. Stick around, will you? Because we've got some segments. I'd like to invite you to
I don't know about
join
this,
us.
I always get stuck in these animal segments.
That's right, because
there's
an animal segment we're going to have you do. In fact, that we also want to mention that you can catch the season premiere of Keeping Up with the Kardashians Sunday, May 20th, here on our sister network, E!